Found out the deal with that Alec fella.
Yeah? Anything interesting?
No, he's harmless.
Harmless?
I think so. But if he's taken a shine to you, use it to your advantage.
What exactly was the colony operation?
The idea was simple. Manufacture a disaster. In this case, it was the release of a virus designed not to kill, but to incapacitate. Pushing the city into a state of disaster. That's stage 1.
What's stage 2?
As far as we understood, if the Glasgow cell carried out the first stage, Revenant would take over.
Okay, what would they do next?
They'd send in support, put the city back on its feet, and in the days that follow, seize all positions of authority under the guise of emergency action. Drive the stake in the ground, so to speak, and never give back what was taken. Colony was a bit tongue-in-cheek, operations name-wise. It wasn't about shifting a population, it was about shifting power. It was about obedience.
So why is the colony operation starting again?
Still not sure. Here's the theory. Just like the good guys figured out Revenant existed, so did some bad guys. And maybe they thought, what if we follow the old script? Will they show up and play their part? Which is pretty cute if you think about it. Almost like a seance to conjure a ghost.
I still don't understand why Revenant would want to carry out an attack like this.
They do not care.
That does not make sense.
They don't. They are playing the long game.
What long game?
I would kill to find out.
It seems like Revenant was obsessed with getting the formula correct. Why?
The formula is important. Too deadly. Obviously a problem. Revenant will not show up unless you hit the sweet spot. They're interested in using this as a test run, not in racking up civilian casualties. Too easy to fight off, then it's just a cold. You need to knock 3/4 of the city under a pile of blankets. Then you're home free.
What about children, the elderly, people who are already sick?
You know, I don't want to think about that. Back to the formula. If the operation is running again, there is most likely a lab working on an approximation of the virus. Getting everything in place for when the proper formula is available.
Once it is, how long would it take to be unleashed?
Depends on a lot of factors. Quicker than anyone would like. If anyone can find the original scientist, or the original formula, it's a matter of time.
If they find both?
They'll have it ready almost instantaneously.
Is it strange that Bridget would get these glasses from a dead drop?
Whoa! Yes.
What are they?
Augmented reality glasses. But this is a custom job. I wonder if it has solitaire. Oh, that's a shame. Just the basics.
Can you examine these and see what they're for?
Might take a bit. I'll let you know when they're done. You might want to ease up on the stealing.
I'll give them back. I'm just investigating.
Sure. Avoid investigating any big-ticket items during your visit. I really hate the embassy people.
How do I get into the glass storage case?
The storage locking mechanism is half broken, and I can't get it to open unless it's all the way fixed.
If you get it back online, can I give it a try?
Knock yourself out.
Is it true that Revenant only allows others to act for them?
Let's hope so. If not, then we're terrible at our jobs. The truth is, we think they're us. Imagine what you could do with these resources if your aim went askew.
What does Revenant want?
The crazy thing is, what they want makes sense. Do not tell anyone I said that.
Not a popular opinion, I'm guessing.
That one rarely gets asked to the dance. What they want is to rewrite the rules of the world.
What do you mean?
Imagine if you got to rewrite the rules of society. Who gets what, who leads, who follows. I bet you'd make a lot of changes.
Right.
But as the lesson of every sci-fi movie where robots become self-aware states, in our flaws lie our perfections.
I'll let you go. What's going on?
I know you stole my glasses.
Why didn't you say they were missing?
Sorry to upset you. That make it less fulfilling? You have a problem, my friend. Keep 'em, by the way. I remote wiped the drive. You want to play spy? Enjoy the toy. Here's the deal. You go forward like we never spoke.
What are you going to do?
Spy stuff.
Okay, Zoe. You wore a disguise. You were trying to get me to talk to you. What's your angle?
Nancy, you were so loud. I'll tell you what I can, but here are the conditions. You trust only me from now on.
Right. Like that's going to happen.
Fine, then trust no one. No one. Not even your father.
My father? He would never lie to me.
You need to understand. Revenant goes after weaknesses. We all have them. And your father's weakness is obvious. It's you! He'll lie to you if someone can convince him it'll keep you safe.
Okay, but...
But nothing. Someone's been talking to him. If you don't believe me, ask him about it. And listen to how he sounds. And don't you think it's funny that he's having all these passport problems out of the blue? That's Revenant's handiwork.
Why are you standing outside of the hotel?
Just am.
There must be a reason you're hanging out here.
Are you kidding me? Leave it alone. Hi.
What is going on? Who are you?
Nothing and no one. Go home.
No.
I'll say it slow. If you stay, you will die.
I'm not intimidated by you.
You're a prop. Get that? Everyone you meet here is using you. Wise up and ship out. Hi.
Either you let me help or I'll go public with what I know.
You're killing me here. How many nooses do you need around your neck? You can't help me. But I'll let you see this through.
You'll let me?
But if you stay, you're not my friend. You're not my helper. You're a tool, in every sense of the word. And you'll do exactly what I say.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Welcome to the company grill. Go ahead with your order.
I need a bag and drag for Miss Drew.
Would you like to add an enhanced interrogation for this 99 cents?
You know I shouldn't. Trying to be good.
Who are you talking to?
That's the guy I call when I need someone kidnapped. You've got about a minute. 2 if you run. But don't. It's sad to watch.
Call it off. I'll do what you say.
I'm gonna need you to cancel that last order. Here's the deal. You go forward like we never spoke.
What are you going to do?
Spy stuff.
What exactly is a bag and drag?
The name is the explanation. It looks pretty terrifying. But it is the fastest way to get on an international flight.
Let me get this straight. You're an American?
Yup.
What are you doing here?
Trying to pry as much information out of you before you end up dead.
Is that a threat? You really think I'm going to be killed?
I hope you aren't.
But
You're here to figure out what happened to Kate. She was killed by the same group who will kill you if you don't leave. Now you know? Now you go.
and you're not afraid of these people?
Far from it. They're the only people I'm afraid of.
What is going on? Who are you really? And who are you spying on?
Keep it down.
No, I will not. There's no end to the secrets I can say really loudly, so anyone, even that guy walking by, could hear.
I can't believe she had the nerve to say that to your face. Shut up. Please.
Not unless you tell me what's happening.
No. If you pull that again, you and me are done. What?
What was so important about the information my mother hid?
Want a crash course in international intelligence? 'Cause here it is. Every day that passes without a large-scale atrocity is both an accident and a miracle. I don't have time to explain it. Why don't you talk to Ewan?
How do you know I'm talking to him? And wait, why?
First, please. Second, don't talk. Get him to talk. Cool. All right, I'm out. Don't call.
I don't have your number.
Hello.
There's an American agent here.
Good.
I don't know if I should trust her.
Me either, pet. Sorry.
What's the story with the cabin you sent me to?
The cabin is one of many. Cathedral had it fitted with tech for Kate and me once Colony started to heat up. No one but Kate and I knew of the location. Do not give that information out to anyone.
How was my mom involved with the colony operation?
Your mum stopped it.
How?
Not much is known, really. The operation needed 3 things. Someone to develop the biological agent, someone to make it in quantity, and someone to distribute it in a way that would affect the entire city. Your mum broke that chain. I don't know how.
What happened when you were gone?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why not?
Maybe it's personal. Did you ever stop to think about that?
Do you have anything that will help me understand what my mom was doing here, and why she was involved in tracking such a dangerous group?
At first it was a police matter, but your mother was studying them for Cathedral. She had a crazy theory.
Which was...
Here.
I don't really understand what this all means.
Someone was using Glasgow as their laboratory. Each experiment was getting bigger, scarier. When we were done with our research, we were staring Revenant dead in the eye. We didn't know it until we were dragged into the central office for an emergency briefing, of course. That was fun. But we did know we were looking at something terrifying.
My mom had a song she always played. Do you know anything about it?
She loved that song. It may just be sentimental, but I don't know. Doubt it.
What's the story with your record player?
Go on, take a look. I'm a novice turntablist.
You, DJ?
Once in a while. Mainly just party nights at the pub down the way. But I've been branching out into deep house lately.
Really? Oh, that's surprising.
I know you think you're going to stay the same age forever, but you won't. There, is this better? Oh, that belongs to the sweet young man who brings my meals. He's such a dear, even helping me dig my own grave in the back garden.
All right, I get it.
Have a seat, dearie. I'll tell you about how things used to cost less. And then I'll say something racist, and you won't even know what to do about it because I'm old, and it just seems like a lost cause at this point.
Enough. I'm sorry. It's a completely expected hobby. Why are people after you right now?
The colony operation is restarted, and they're looking to pick up where they left off. Nancy, your mother's death wasn't an accident.
I know. That's what the message that led me here said.
I know it wasn't an accident. Your father knows it wasn't an accident. The only other people who know are the people who killed her. That's who sent you the message.
Why was I brought to Glasgow?
They think you might be the key to the secrets Kate left behind.
I'm not.
You could be. Kate would never give you information that would put you in danger. But the more you love someone, the more you show your secrets, whether you mean to or not. That's why the family of a spy is never safe, as your father was fond of pointing out.
Who is the silent spy?
What?
The message I got mentioned a silent spy.
Ah, it's gallows humor. It's a take on an old book.
Meaning?
The only silent spy is a dead spy.
How did you and my mom know each other?
We were both in the same J-school program. She was a better journalist than I was, and I hated her for it. A fact I made plainly clear. After graduation, I was happy I'd never have to see that smug face of hers ever again. Until, of course, in true Kate style, she called out of the blue to say she'd set me up with a job at the paper she'd been working at. I don't know if she mistook my hatred for healthy competition, or what it was all about. Your mother had this infuriating habit of expecting the best out of people. She confused me into being nice to her. I dare say I miss her almost as much as you must.
My father told me not to trust you. Something's not adding up here.
I'm not sorry that I lied. I'm sorry that I have to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I can see that.
Your mother came back to Scotland because I begged her to. She told me for months that Cathedral was like her family, but you and Carson were her family. She had a responsibility to you. She had made a promise to your father, and she meant it. But I begged. I told her I believed she was the only one who could help me stop the attack. That wasn't the lie.
What was?
I promised her she'd have round-the-clock MI5 protection from wheels down to meeting you at baggage claim back home. She trusted me.
There was no one watching her, was there?
No. As surely as she saved untold lives, I took hers with that lie. I took her from you with that lie. Please forgive me. Better yet, don't forgive me. Get angry and leave and go home. Hi.
So you are a spy. And my mother, was she?
She was.
Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I made a promise to Kate that if anything happened to her, you would never, ever be dragged into this mess.
What made you change your mind?
You dragged yourself in. From here on out, it's survival.
How did you become friends with my mom?
We worked together at the Standard. She did features, I did news. She was a good friend.
So the two of you worked together back when you were a reporter?
Still am. Well, a blogger, so hard to say.
Everyone keeps telling me to leave. I can't do that.
You still don't get it. This isn't dangerous to just you. You just made your entire life a target. Your father, your friends, anyone who knows you.
Does that include you?
Oh, don't factor me in. I bought my ticket years back.
Do you know anything about my Cathedral contact, Ewan?
Not a thing. I lost the keys to Cathedral long ago. In my experience, Cathedral means well, but don't trust recklessly.
Did my mom live out here after I was born?
Not quite. She'd come out here for months at a time with you and your father. Back then, we were still writing together. You weren't in school yet, so you were good to go anywhere. And Carson used to like it here. Those were good times.
See you around.
Goodbye.
going to go?
Have a seat.
No, Dad told me you're leaving. Why?
Nancy, it's not like that.
Are you coming back?
I know, you heard some stuff between me and your dad, but you've got the wrong idea, kiddo.
Then what's the right idea?
You'll understand when you're older.
Why is that always all you say?
Trust me, if I could tell you everything, I would. But for now, I just can't. Now, come and sit. Let's practice.
I'm sorry. I just can't.